Hi, which AI model should you use? There's a lot of AI models around right now. The market is getting positively crowded. There's ChatGPT 3.5 versus Gemini Pro from Google versus Claude, which is the new kid on the block by Anthropic. So, which one should you use? As a strategy, it might be a good idea in the beginning to actually try all of them. However, at some point, you might want to containerize all your work and your conversations in one. Otherwise, it might be like a little difficult, if you have to keep scrabbling around or shifting between different models. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 3 free models, that is the free versions of the top 3 models. The paid models are a different ball game because they have a whole new level of functionalities available. So that's another video. Hi, this is Shelly, and this is my channel AI Economics. I am a professor of artificial intelligence and I teach business management students artificial intelligence concepts. In this channel, I try and decode complex AI concepts in terms of their business implications and impact. If you like this kind of content, please do think of subscribing. Also hit the like button for this video. And it would be great if you could also hit the bell icon to be notified about new content which I release at very regular intervals. So let's begin with ChatGPT 3.5. This is the model which was released on November 22nd, 2022. And I think changed the way the world thinks about artificial intelligence and business and analytics. ChatGPT has a variety of different pros, foremost among them being the fact that it was the first mover. So a lot of people, and in fact many of you, must have at least tried it. A second advantage is that there's a lot of blogs and use cases and guides available. That's always helpful. Its third thing is, of course, ChatGPT was excellent at language tasks. But that's almost becoming a hygiene with these models. So I don't know whether that continues to be an edge. Fourthly, what is an edge is that it's much easier to integrate with other business applications and has a well-defined API process. OpenAI documentation is excellent and it is, as of now, probably the first choice for business applications. There are a bunch of cons also. First amongst them is the fact that it might not be as up to date as we would like it to be. The latest information in ChatGPT 3.5 is from September 2021. That's quite some time back, and the world has changed significantly. So it can be quite a limitation when using ChatGPT for any very current kind of query. The second thing, which also but is a slightly less of a limitation for power, except for people who are power users, is the fact that it has a limited context window. What this means is that ChatGPT's memory for what you said in the earlier parts of your conversation might be a little limited, and it might have a tendency to forget them. However, for normal queries for non-business users or for say, engineering people or people trying to create applications, this may not be such a challenge, but it is a huge limitation nevertheless. Now let's come to Google's Gemini Pro. This is a model which was launched by Google relatively recently in the early parts of 2024. It has the Gemini Pro sequence of models has all the firepower and horsepower that Google puts behind its models. This is the model that Google is using to try and get ahead in the AI race. So there are some significant pros to this model. It has a very long context window, which means it remembers practically everything you said. And which is 32,000. It can basically consider approximately 32,000 words compared to ChatGPT's 2,000 words. So what that means is that if you were to talk about a point which you mentioned about, say, 6 or 7 window chats earlier, the model is still able to recall them. The second thing is it's near real time in terms of its knowledge base. Or definitely it is the most updated model compared to other models. So that is definitely a big plus for anyone who is researching or has queries which are linked to the current context. The third thing is, which is again quite an edge, certainly in the free model stakes, is that it's multimodal. What we mean by multimodal is that the Gemini Pro is able to read images as well as text input. That means that, for example, you can share with it a PDF document and it will be able to read it. Or you can share with it an image and it will be able to understand the image or at least decode the major elements in the image. And it can then synergize that with the text input and come up with an appropriate response. So that is quite an important and big step. There is a trend for increasingly multimodal models. The fourth thing is that it can also generate images on prompt. So you can type in an image of a dog playing with a ball and you will come back with some kind of an image of a dog with a ball. Fifth, it can be integrated with Google apps such as Gmail, Google Sheets, etc. In terms of cons, there is nothing much that we can say as of now. It's a great deal that Google is giving and it's free. However, despite all this, it's not the top performing model, at least in the evaluation, the more formal evaluations that have been carried out by the internet, by the various AI companies. And that is interesting. However, the situation keeps changing. Now let's look at the new kid on the block, Claude. This is a model which has been created by the company Anthropic. There are several versions of Claude and we are reviewing the free version. Claude has been something is a model which has taken the internet by a storm. There has been hugely positive feedback associated with it. Let's look at some of the pros to understand what is it really strong on. So the first pro is that Claude has an equally long context window to Gemini. So it's very good at remembering conversations. Secondly, it's very strong on coding tasks. So this is definitely the model for carrying out coding. Thirdly, it's known for its ethical design considerations and has a huge focus on safety, privacy, and reducing biases. Claude is moderately up to date. Its last update was in August 2023. So it's definitely more up to date than the free version of ChatGPT. In terms of cons, it's not really a con, but it is basically a text-based model. It is not multimodal. That is, it can only take text as an input. And it also obviously does not generate images. However, it's looking very, very positive and is doing extremely well on all the formal evaluations that are being conducted by the AI companies. So One of the most important things in these models is actually how are they evaluated. One evaluation, of course, is going on as you use them and the one which you prefer the most. However, a less technical and more democratic method is the chatbot arena. This is a site that pits one chatbot model against another. The rules are simple. Ask any question to two anonymous models, for example, ChatGPT and Claude, and vote for the better answer. I have over here, pasted over here, a brief snapshot of the top models. And as you can see, Claude 3 Opus has shot to the top of the ratings, followed by GPT-4. And I have also included the link to the chatbot arena in the comments below. So please do log on and have a shot at evaluating the different models. I hope you found this video engaging. I hope it has helped give you at least some inputs to make a more informed choice on which model you would like to use. However, the best method is obviously to go ahead and use all the models and determine which one you actually like. Please do let me know in the comments which is the model that you actually prefer. It would be great to have this interaction. Please hit the like button as it helps with the algorithm for this video, and also subscribe to my channel AI Economics and hit the bell icon to be notified about new videos.